You ever have something you know you should do, but instead you do literally everything else first? Like you'll sit down to write a report, and suddenly it's urgent, life or death urgent, that I reorganize my sock drawer, because obviously no work can be done until my socks are arranged by color, size, and emotional vibe. And that's when I realized forcing yourself to do hard things isn't about willpower. It's about tricking yourself, like you're your own evil mastermind. Part 1. The relatable struggle. Let's be honest, hard things are called hard for a reason. Nobody wakes up excited like, yes, today I will face my taxes with a smile. Nah. You wake up, scroll on your phone, convince yourself you start after one more video. Then suddenly, it's 3 hours later, and you know everything about penguins, black holes, and how to cook lasagna in a washing machine, but not your actual task. And then the shame spiral starts. The self-talk gets ugly. Why am I like this? Why can't I be disciplined? Why can't I be like those people on YouTube who wake up at 5 a.m. and run ultra marathons for fun? Spoiler, those people are aliens. Part 2. The ridiculous excuses. I once delayed going to the gym by convincing myself that maybe my bones were tired. Like, not my muscles, my bones, as if I needed a bone nap before I could do a push-up. Or that classic excuse, "I'll start tomorrow." The phrase every procrastinator tattoos on their soul. Tomorrow is like a magical fantasy land, where you're productive, focused, and also weirdly fluent in French. But when tomorrow arrives, you're the same tired potato you were yesterday. Part 3. The trick that actually works. Here's what I figured out. You can't wait to feel motivated, because motivation is like Wi-Fi. Sometimes strong, sometimes weak, mostly just unreliable when you actually need it. So instead I started using the just one thing trick. Tell yourself, "I'll do this for 5 minutes." That's it. Not the whole workout, not the whole project, just the first 5 minutes. Because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, you trick your brain into thinking, well, we're already here, might as well keep going. It's like telling yourself you're going for just one fry. Next thing you know, the entire bag is gone. Same logic, but healthier. Part 4. The absurd escalation. Now, sometimes you have to get creative. I once put my alarm clock across the room, so I'd have to physically get out of bed. Except my genius backfired, because half asleep me just threw a shoe at it, knocked it over, and went back to bed like a victorious caveman. So I had to take it further. I gave my friend $20 and told him, "If I don't send you proof that I went to the gym today, you get to spend this on something I hate, like pineapple pizza." That was the day I discovered accountability is scarier than burpees. Part 5. The realization. But here's the truth. Forcing yourself to do hard things isn't about pain. It's about kindness. Because every time you do something hard, even if it's messy, even if it's small, you build trust with yourself. You prove to yourself, I can do uncomfortable things. I can push through. I don't need to wait for magical motivation. And that little voice in your head that says, you can't do this, it gets quieter. Not silent, but quiet enough for you to keep going. Ending, wrap up. So how do you force yourself to do hard things? You don't wait. You don't bargain with tomorrow. You just start, even if it's tiny, even if it's ridiculous, even if your workout is literally just walking around the block while holding a granola bar like a dumbbell. Because once you start, something shifts. And before you know it, you're not just doing hard things, you're becoming someone who can, and honestly, that's harder than socks.